So we do Netivot Shalom, Sefer Bereshit, Parashet Lecha, and let's dedicate it to all the wounded, the one that got hurt from Israel in the attacks, and for the success of the soldiers, and for my mom, for רפואה שלמה.
Amen.
ויאמר השם אל אברהם, לך לך מארצך ומולדתך מבית אביך לארץ אשר אראך. Right? So Hashem is telling Abraham, go leave your country, your homeland, from your father's house to the land that I'm going to show you. And it says in the Midrash, אמר רבי לוי, שתי פעמים כתיב לך לך, ואין אנו יודעים איזו חביבה, עם השנייה וראשונה. So twice it says in the Torah for Abraham, לך לך, go for you, right? Go for yourself. And Rabbi Levi said, I'm not sure which one is the better one, the favorite one, חביבה. ממה דכתיב אל ארץ המוריה? So one says go to the ארץ המוריה, right, to the land of Israel, or basically the Moriah. Maybe this one is better than the second one, right? And the second one, the lech lecha, right, with the akedah. דהיינו דמסתפק בין שני ניסיונות. So say we have like, it's not 100% sure, it's like doubting between the two nisyonot that Hashem told Abraham in the same language, lech lecha. Which one is greater, which one is favorite? Maybe the nisayon of leaving your country, your homeland, and your father's house, or take your son and bring him to be an olah, right, a sacrifice. But he said, לכאורה תמוה ביותר, איך אפשר לדמותם בכלל? He said, how can you even ask that kind of a question? It's like comparing apples to oranges. Because ניסיון העקדה הוא למעלה מכל השגה. He said, the test of the akedah, of taking your own son, that Hashem just told you that is going to inherit you, and go and slaughter him, right? How can you compare to the just leaving your country? Right? It's very difficult to do that. Limsor nefesh atzmo, right? And also for Yitzchak, how can he agree for that? It's not only Avraham, it's also Yitzchak. What is his fault that he have a crazy father that wants to kill him? Right? He will try to protect himself. And he said, especially as it says in the Holy Book, קח נא את בנך, את יחידך, אשר אהבת את יצחק. Take your son, the only one that you love, Yitzchak. And he says, in that time when Hashem told Abraham, אשר אהבת, the one that you love, he says, נתלבשה כל מידת האהבה שישנה בעולם, ואהבתו ליצחק. So suddenly, all the love in the world is like, came to Abraham. If he loved Yitzchak at the time, 100% love, suddenly he loved him 1,000,000,000% more. So it's even a greater nisayon now. Because like somebody that have a son that he love him, but you know what? I know it's very difficult to say, and it's very harsh thing to say, but let's say that somebody have a son that he doesn't really love him so much. Or he love him, but it's not a big loss if he will be gone. Okay, so, and if Hashem is telling him to that person to take his son and slaughter, so okay, fine. I was waiting for that. Great. But if you suddenly love him so much, then that's even a greater nisayon. איך שייך להסתפק? So how can you actually compare between these two things? עוד יש לבאר, you also need to explain, לך לך, what does it mean, לך לך, go for yourself. You said go, okay, fine, I know you told me to go for yourself. And Rashi explained, go for your own benefits, for your own good. הרי במאמר הכתוב, לך לך ארץ המוריה, he said, אין שייך פירוש זה. Like, it's not for your own benefit, for your own good, but how come he said? But he said, עוד יש לומר, we can also say, הנה מצינו בתורה, we found in the Torah 3 times, Hashem spoke to Avraham בלשון הליכה, in the word of going, of walking, right? Or moving, or living. לך לך מארצך ומולדתך מבית אביך, יתהלך לפניי ויהיה תמים, ולך לך אצל המוריה, in the akedah. And we need to explain why 3 things, right? Go live your country, go in front of me and be complete, and go for yourself to the land of the Moriah in the akedah. we can say, והנה מובא ביסוד העבודה, I bring in a book, יסוד העבודה, in the name or behalf of the Ari הקדוש, ואינו דומה אדם לאדם מיום בריאת אדם והלאה, ואין אדם אחד יכול לתקן מה שעל חברו לתקון. So he said that since the creation of the world, there is no one person that is like similar to another person. And there is no person that can fix what other person need to fix. Which means each person have his own purpose, his own destiny, his own task, a job that he needs to fix through his life. And he have a specific thing that he went down to this world. And Hashem bring or facilitating, מעמיד לכל אחד את כל הנסיבות והתנאים, facilitating everything, all the condition, everything that is there in this world in order for him to be able to fix what he's supposed to fix and to fulfill his purpose and destiny in this world. And all the conditions, situations, scenarios of a person's life, whether if it is in Gashmiut, in the physical things, or spiritualism, the good and the bad, which of course it's all subjective, they are all given to him because it's relate for him and it is relevant for him in order to fix his world. But only by this condition he will be able to get to his destination. And without them, he couldn't fix what he's supposed to fix. And therefore, because every person have a job, have a purpose and a destination, a specific, special one to himself, therefore, our life is different. No one's life is similar to other one. You can even take twins, that the DNA is almost matching, they look alike. Suddenly one have heart problem, teeth problem, whatever they have in the body, and the other one is like they're eating the same food, they're doing the same thing, but one suffering from something that the other one doesn't suffer, even to that extent. So no one's life is the same like the other person. One, it's look like he have easy life, the other one, really hard life. But in general, even though that we see it only to the eyes, and we see that maybe something is similar, it's not. Each person have his specific, unique, special part in his life that you cannot compare to others. And because each one have a specific destination or purpose that he needs to fulfill, he needs to fix. He said, and even the bad situation, the bad condition a person have, it also means that given to him to get to that place. And because we know there is an equation, it says, "En ra yored min hashamayim." Nothing bad goes down from heaven. Everything is for our benefit. Sometimes, chas v'chalila, it hurts, but it's for our own benefit. We don't see it, and that's why we dive into Hashem, that if he's punishing us, or is testing us, basically, right? Right? That we say also in Kriyat Shema at night, right? To say, please don't test us with difficult things, even though it's for our own benefit. Especially, it's really relevant in a spiritualism, in our spiritual life. ענייני טבעיות ותכונות הנפש. So the natural character of a person and the character of his soul. Now here you mentioned nefesh, which is the lower part of the soul. So each one of them has his natural character, his natural nature, right? And his attributes that are especially for him. One have good midot, good character. One suffer from bad ones. Maybe have anger that he cannot control, desires, pride, whatever the midot that we have, right? We have list of them. And all of this that a person have, whether if it is a good or bad characters, it's only for him to fix his destination purpose in life. And not only the bad midot bring him to that, also not only the good midot bringing him to that, also the bad ones. How? Because he needs to overcome. He needs to control them. וזהו גם כן עניינם שכל ניסיונות החיים עוברים על אדם.
Hello?
Yeah.
So when the pasuk says lecha, it's referring to a specific task that a person has, a person a direction,
Yes,
a specific direction a person has.
exactly. Lecha. For you, for yourself.
Right. Okay.
Yeah,
And each of us,
Everybody has their own lecha.
exactly. Yeah, exactly.
sorry to interrupt you.
No, it's okay. It's part of it. That's fine. It's not a lecture. We're learning together. I'm learning it together with you. I'm just know maybe how to read English, Hebrew better. He said, and this is exactly the purpose of all the nisyon, the test in life that we're having through. Sometimes from heaven they bringing into very difficult nisyonot. That sometimes is chas v'chalila, he is about to complain. Hashem, why are you doing it to me? Why I'm deserve it? What? Why? Right? Like he's asking the question. And it's look like he's not going to pass it. He's going to fail miserably. This is how it looked like. But truly he said, שכל ניסיונות החיים עוברים על היהודי, הרי הם כולם להנחה לטובתך. Even the one that we חס וחלילה fail, right? This is what Hashem didn't create us as angels or robots. He created a human. We have 7 evil inclinations and 1 good inclination. We need to fight them. It's not a fair fight. So we are, it says, right? Sheva yipol tzadik v'kam, right? A righteous person fell 7 times. But what makes him a righteous person? He stand up every time. He stand up. He trying to understand what happened. And this is exactly, we have a good example, unfortunately, Nebech, that happened in the Simchat Torah, Shmini Atzeret for us. We got more than a smack to the face, maybe a knockout. We got a good knockout. But if you're looking now what's going on, everybody is together and we're all fighting and we understand that, okay, that was a wake-up call. And if you look at people that spent Shabbatot, the poor refugees or whatever you want to call them, the ones that lost their houses and lost their families, there were places that they had 450 people, left only 150 survivors, rest was massacred, and you see them in the hotels. I saw that somebody filmed them, like took a video. It was not Jewish, it was Arab in the hotel. They were working there as waiters. And all the people were suddenly singing, dancing and singing. And somebody asked that guy, why you filming it? He said, nobody will believe me. We thought that you're going to be sitting, crying and sad, and that's it. And here you're singing and dancing, and you're happy. You're crazy people, crazy nation. We are not normal, not on a negative way. Not normal that we are lunatics. Not normal that all the nation in the world, they have a peak time and then they fall down and then that's it, they disappear from the history. Like the Babylonian, the Madaim, the Greeks, the Roman, the Egyptian, whoever you want to name them. They got their power, they were empire, the Spanish, right? And then they're gone. Whatever left from them. As Harvey likes to say, what's left from them is just, they know how to make olives with bell pepper inside, right? This used to be empire, half of the world they used to control. But we are not normal. It's look like we're going to be eliminated from the world. No, Hashem stop that. We again recovering, and suddenly the golden era for the Jews, and then boom, again smack to the face. 100 years pass, again we're progressing, and then again Spanish Inquisition, pogrom, Holocaust. We build the land again, back again. Now we got another smack to the face, and now we're going to see. We're going to. We only. It's exactly in Egypt. Kechol she'anu ken yigberu. Right. The more they torture us, the more we were blossoming. It's not normal. This is not how the nation. That's not the path of a normal nation. So he said, and this is what Hashem. Sometimes He gives us this type of nisyonot, like very, very strong nisyonot. Sometimes easy one, right? But they're all for our benefits. So he said, all of them, all the nisyonot that we have are for our own good and benefits, that they lead us to achieve our purpose. How? By overcome these nisyonot, whether if they're easier or stronger or difficult from the other ones, and again, they're bringing us to the purpose of life. And it says in the Chazal, but how does it look like? Baal Tshuva Gamur. What's your definition for a complete Baal Tshuva? Somebody to repent. So he said, when you have the same nisayon in the same place with the same woman, everything has to be identical. So he said, it seems to be like now is actually even in a greater nisayon, because all of these variable getting together, all this condition in the same time, it's like even stronger than, because if he fed, let's say that he had an enjoyment for 2 seconds from something, and suddenly have the same nisayon, that's even the stronger one. But if he will be able to stand and not to sin, he will get into a complete repent. And this is the explanation. Lech lecha me'artzecha moladecha bet avicha. Go from your country, from your homeland, and from your father's house. Go to your destiny, fixing your soul. What you need to fix in this world, because this is your main job, your main purpose of us, of a Jew. And it says in Torah Tavot, this is like a little bit of a scary learning now. He said, if a Jew in this world learn, daven, praying, and doing good deeds, it looks like he is a righteous person, a tzaddik. But if he doesn't fix what he's supposed to fix in this world, then when he die in Me'ah Swim, he go up to heaven, they ask him, so you spent 120 years in this world, what did you do? You didn't do what you were supposed to do. Yes, you were learning, you did davening, fine, great. You get reward for that. But the main job that you were supposed to do, you didn't do. And usually, this is what we do in jobs, right, or in our life. We always go to the things that are easy for us. If we have a very difficult task, suddenly we find some other small, easy task that we do. We're focusing on, and not in the big one, because we don't want to do it. And our sage says, especially the Rea Kadosh, where really it's difficult for you, this is what you need to do. Go out from your comfort zone. And this is what he's saying. What did you? Ma pa'alta ba'olam hazeh, which means you didn't fix the main thing. That was your job to fix. That was your purpose in the world. And this is what Hashem talked to Abraham, that including with that also a command or instruction to all Abraham descendants. Lech lecha, go for yourself. Go to the fix your soul, whatever you're supposed to do. You have to go out from your country, from the homeland, basically go from all your characters, your tchunot, the attributes of yourself, and go out from your comfort zone, basically. This is what he's saying. And it's difficult. That's really difficult to do that. And he said all the tchunot hativiyot, right? So the nature of a person coming from these three things. Some natures are coming from the country, right? Whatever. Good example. If most of the people are terrorists, they're only talking about killing and killing and killing, then this is what they will do. They will kill, maybe even themselves. Not necessarily the one that they see as enemy, because killing is normal for them. And that root is spreading all over, or stealing. Also, there are natures that are coming from Moladecha, like the homeland. And these are the bad or evil characters that every family had. And that's the midot, that's like the midah that come from the gene. And also, there is a third one that is coming from your father's house. How the parents behave, how the parents educated their kids. That is also influence on the sons. And therefore it says, lech lecha, go for yourself. You have to go and you have to live and you have to detach yourself from whatever you had. You know, like a sentence when somebody say, this is me and I cannot change it. I am who I am. That's not a Jewish thing to say, because we have to work on our midot. What I am? Okay, nonsense. No, you can change it, because Hashem told us that we can change it. And because Hashem just gave this instruction to Avraham Avinu. Go and change and detach yourself from the natures that you have and the characteristics that you have and fix them. And each one having whatever area that he needs to do. Then you're going to get to the land that I'm going to show you. to the final fix. And according to that, now we're going back to Rabbi Levi, which said, I don't know which one is the favorite one, which is the better one. Go and leave your land or country, or go to the Eretz Amoriya, which is the Akedah. Because there are these two nisyonot that we have in this world, like we have, everybody have. We have the constant war on the small things, which is like Lecha. Go and live your nature, etc. And this is a constant nisayon each and every minute, every hour. We're facing people, he smiled, he didn't smile to us, he says something to us, he didn't say something to us, he speak during davening, he was looking at this, whatever, cut me in the road, whatever. That's constantly we have, every hour, every moment. Every step we do. And sometimes we fail, sometimes we go on. But
that's the Lecha?
That's Lecha from your country, from your homeland.
But
Because
it's every day. We're facing something every day.
Every hour, every hour, every half an hour, yeah.
So how is that? You can't get away from it, though.
Exactly, and that's the constant war. That's always. But this is like the one that are not so difficult, and they're the constant one. They're coming. So he said, "I'll call it tzad v'shal." Every step we do. We usually stand up, right? Usually we don't fail in this nisyonot, usually. He said, but when the evil inclination or the bad characteristics of a person is trying to overcome, then you have constantly to fight that. Constantly. You're in a war. Like Israel, for example, it's a good example. From the time that the Torah came down to Mount Sinai, 3,007 something years, we're always on the guard. We had a short time period when Shlomo HaMelech was the king and the Bet HaMikdash was built, but after that, before, we're always on guard. So these are the constant battles that we have. And now we have the lech leha Moriah, go to the Mount Moriah, which is the Akedah. So this one is really difficult, but he said it's a once in a lifetime, or maybe once in a period of time, because we have period of time. For example, when we are kids, and then when we are teenager, and then when we are adult, when we're getting married, when we're getting to our 40s, when we're getting to our 80s, it's period of time. And each time we have constant war, and once in a lifetime or once in a period of time, a big one like the Akedah. And now the question is, which one is better, or which one is better for our benefit? The constant war, which is sometimes exhausting, that every time we have to fight and fight and fight, right? Or the one that we really have to give Mesirut Nefesh, which is once in a lifetime, but we have to really give ourselves completely. Which nisayon is better? He said, okay, but the denominator for them, for all the nisyonot, are these lech lecha. They're all for our benefits, whether if it's the constant war or the once in a lifetime. And it says in the language, in the word of alicha, of walking, to teach us that this is our job, to walk in the path, always to walk. Not sprint. Sprint, you're getting tired, but walk, to be consist. That's the main thing. Consistency, to go in the right path, even if we're failing. And that's why it says 3 times, halicha, because that commandment of walk in the path and get progress, even small steps, right? Small steps. You learn 2 Mishnayot a day, after a few years, you're finishing Chas. But you have to learn every day, a little bit, or once in a week, or whatever. And he said, and that's related to all the period of life of a Jew. In the same way that 3 times were in the 3 times of period of time of Abraham, because lech lecha ma'atzecha, leave your country, was Hashem told him before he went to the land of Israel, right? It was in Ur Kasdim, Aram Naraim, and all this area. And then v'yitalech lefanai v'etam, walk in front of me and be complete. It says after, right? And then lech lecha l'Eretz Moriah, and then go to the land of Moriah and bring your son as a sacrifice. That was told to Abraham in a much later time in his life, when he was already old. So in all of this period, we always have to continue and walk and get progress slowly. Right? Even baby steps. In each and every period in our life, we have the special job, right? So it's not like we have one. Every period of time, suddenly maybe the job or the task will change. And we need to find and fix it. Because we're not the same person that we were 10 years ago, or 20 years ago, or 50 years ago. It's a problem when somebody tries to live in the past. And we can see, the more we're getting older, we cannot eat the same food or the quantity of the food. Suddenly the body behaves differently. You have to warm up your engine and sit in the bed for like a minute before you can actually get up and start to walk. Suddenly, some muscle that you don't remember that exists in the middle of the night, cramps, right? We never had it when we were young. So you see, everything is with a different nisayon.
I want to go back to rotary phones.
Yeah. And also,
okay, so what's my phone number, Harvey?
And
I don't even know
also,
who you are.
and also, the nature of a person and attribute and his character are also changing in the period of time. I don't know if you remember, but teenagers are very angry, right? They're angry about anyone that is looking at them or blink at them or whatever. Why? Because everything has been facilitating by Hashem for us, to our benefits, in order for us to be able to fix what we're supposed to fix in that time. And the first word, or the first time that the Torah is actually talking about Hashem talking to Avram, the first thing was, go and leave your country, your homeland, and your father. That was the period, the first period of time of a person when he was young. And he have all of the desires and lust and bad things, and his job is itnaer, right? So in Hebrew, we have tinok, yeled, nar, gever. Tinok is a baby from your neck, like he's sucking, he's just eating the milk. Then you have a yeled. Yeled is a child, but yeled is like a dli. The letter yud lamed daled is daled lamed yud is dli, like a bucket. Give me, give me, give me, give me. A child does just want to be given. He doesn't want to give much. He wants to be take, give me, give me, give me, give me. And then you have a na'ar, teenage. Na'ar is when he's supposed to shake off everything. He's supposed to shake off, but instead of that, most of people are shaking off responsibilities, accountability, right? No, you're supposed to shake off all the desire that you have in that time, because that's the main, the problem or the nisayon, the big nisayon. And then you have a gever. Gever is an adult when he's already midgaber al yitzro, is like conquering his evil inclination. This is how it is. Tinok, yeled, na'ar, gever. And each period of time, we have a different nisayon. He said it's perhaps for a person that even though he doesn't do any sins, no, he's righteous, right? We just learned. He learned in Torah, he doesn't sin, but he didn't get to his perfection. He didn't fix what he was supposed to fix, and that's the tricky part. And the rule in Avodat Hashem, that we should never stand and say, oh, what I do is good, this is how I'm supposed to remain, to stay. Now, every year, another Kabbalah, another thing that we need to accept upon ourselves, to add more and add more and add more. It's like a video game. You're finishing one phase, the second one will be harder. And we have to get progress and advance every year. And we need to utilize what Hashem is giving us. And this is something that it's a Mesirut Nefesh. And he says, and this is different in spiritualism than the Gashmiut, the materialistic. Because in the physical world, fine. Somebody can say, you know what? I'm happy with what I'm doing with my job. I earn a certain amount of money, but I have flexible time. I don't have to get progress and get crazy. I'm good where I am. That's fine. Nobody asking us to kill ourselves in work. But in spiritualism, yes, we always have to get progress. And this is what Hashem, and going to finish here. And that's why Hashem told Avram 3 times the word alicha, italech, lecha, right? Because these are the nisyonot, and we always have to be consistent and walk in the path of Hashem, and to remember, we have constant battles, and then sometimes a really big one. And that has v'chalila, even if we fail, we can always recover and wait for the next one to come, and then Hashem will help us. Zrat Hashem. Thank you for listening. Sorry if I put you to sleep. And,
Thank you for the shiur. Thank you.
You're
Excellent.
welcome.